This is from the Just Know Mother-in-Law subreddit. Wrap my storyline in the mother-in-law show, not renewing my role. My husband, together 5 years, but just married this year, and I have been no contact with his mom and his twin for almost 2 years. After years of guilt trips, gossip, and being cast as the wedge between husband and his family, she legit called me a cult of one and being called a fabricator of stories anytime I tried to address disrespect. Mother-in-law suddenly decides to send this out of nowhere apology text. Gosh, fill in the blank. I'm so incredibly stupid. I'm crying now because I feel so bad. I was looking back at our direct text exchanges and how incredibly blind I was at the time. All of our text exchanges were about you doing things for the family. You started getting serious with husband when my dad died. Then the whirlwind of what was going to happen with mom, no career, and having to raise youngest son with no financial support. Then eldest son she claimed was no longer in the family, getting married, moving, having a baby. Husband's twin with partner, moving, baby. Youngest son with his stuff. Me and my grief and all of the expectations I put on myself to get through what I was going through. Only now do I see by looking back at our direct texts how incredibly stupid and caught up in my world. I never took the time to slow down, to listen, or to get to know you. And for that, I feel incredibly guilty and stupid for being so blind. Then I got caught up in thinking I'm not the problem. Ugh, I see now. I know you said you don't want to have anything to do with me. I understand now. Thank you for toughing it out and marrying husband. It's a testimony to your relationship. I'm shocked you've endured what you've endured. I'm not expecting you to accept my apology. I think it went too far and I couldn't see past my own world and ego. I do love you two very much and sincerely sorry for what I did. This is, I even finish. Let me just point this out. This is the classic no apology bullshit. Okay. So after 2 years of no contact, she sends out a text message claiming she was blind, lists all the reasons, excuses, husband or father dying. What was she going to do with her mother? The oldest son that was already no part of the family, but she's still using them as an excuse because they got married, they were moving, having a baby. Then your husband's twin with his partner, moving, a baby. Then the youngest son. She starts talking about all of her grief and expectations in this whole thing. The only thing she ever says the word sorry in is, and sincerely sorry for what I did. What did she do? An apology that does not include you stating what your wrong was that you are trying to get forgiven is not an apology. This is just some bullshit gaslighting so that she can then say that she reached out and she tried and that you're not responding. No, a non-apology apology is no apology at all. Back to the story. Not a single mention of the actual harm, the insults, or years of deflection, just guilt and self-focus. I use the opportunity to push back and lay out exactly how I see her and her behavior. No surprise when I asked what she was specifically apologizing for. Oh, I can't wait. This is what she finally produced. Not getting to know you. Not realizing you were uncomfortable being in the middle. She also went off on a tangent about how hard her childhood was. After that, I told her, if that's all this boils down to for you, there's nothing left to discuss. Good for you. She came back confused about what accountability means, which I had already defined 3 separate times. I didn't respond, but gave her 2 weeks to see if she'd produce the list of promised of what she'd done to cause harm. Spoiler alert, she didn't. Then she adds us and the other estranged family members to a family group thread about flooding at the family property at grandma's home. The same grandma she once told us we didn't care about. The same grandma who has not answered a phone call from my husband in the last 2 years. Husband immediately asked for both of us to be removed. So I messaged her. After everything that's happened, you've still managed to make this apology about yourself and reduce what occurred to my discomfort instead of the actions you knowingly took. You've never apologized for what you said to or about me. And you've ignored every single example of how to make it right. It's not my job to walk you through fixing what you broke. When given the chance to rise to the occasion, you couldn't even produce substance. Oh, I like you. The contact ends here. Do not include me in any family communication moving forward. You are not my family, despite my best efforts to have you be mine. I'm blocking you now. There is no reason to leave this line open any longer. Her response? I'm sorry, I've been super busy. I need time to think from your perspective. She's had 2 years. How much more time does she need? I responded, you've already had years to consider my perspective and choose to dismiss it every time. Asking me now for patience is asking for a grace that was never extended to me. You don't need more time. You needed honesty and follow through when it mattered. I've said everything I can say. I'm blocking this line now. Her final words, that's fine. You have to do what's best for you. So she got blocked today after multiple years of me leaving the door open. I'm sad, tired, angry, and over it. The woman wrote a whole monologue and still missed the plot. You get a bravo. You did exactly what you should have done. You put her in her place when she didn't apologize, when she just tried to give you a fake apology, and you even went back to get her to give you a list, some kind of substance, and she couldn't do it. So you said, okay, thank you. We left this door open. It is now closed. She had over 2 years to fix it and didn't. So bravo. I'm just going to tell you, you did great, Raspberry Major 7595. Have a great day.